Well, as you can see, I'm not in my usual something loose, and yeah, I look like the wreck of the Hespers here today. Because not allowed to have any kind of face stuff on, or, got to wear really loose things. They got to put electrodes on you and all that crap. Anyway, before I leave, I did pull cards about the Bondi drama that she did yesterday. It was so disgusting. But what I got, the reading was keeping the lid on things, which she did. She was on the attack on everybody, doing whatever she could to make them look bad, would not answer anything, because at the center of this is all the stuff that's still up in the air that she refuses to address, okay? So what's driving it underneath of it is figuring out the next action, the next move. The Death card, which is putting an end to things, okay? Just absolutely, no, I'm not going to answer a thing. When it comes to the Epstein files, okay? The children, the Epstein, what's new? Questions coming out, new questions. Also could be, she doesn't want to get into any of them because there are some deaths of children that took place as well. And just putting an end to anything coming up about Epstein. So what we have with this is keeping things up in the air, directions from what? The White House to do what? Continue to juggle evidence. Above it, walking away from it, distancing, refusing to answer anything, and block it. Block any information from coming out. So then we have, this is what's interesting above it, when it comes to the White House, we have that he is ill, he is sick, and that's key. So he's emotionally sick, mentally sick, as well as physically sick. But I think this is more of his mental illness because of all the stuff that's in the Epstein files. And underneath of it, she's waiting with the arguments, okay? She's sitting there, bored, when they're trying to ask her a question, basically not listening and looking up the thing that she can attack them with, okay? So waiting there with her arguments from the White House because her boss is sick, okay? So what she's juggling are the conversations about the documents, okay? Walking away from it, not addressing it, not answering any of it. And what she's juggling, she's loving to be the fly in the ointment, okay? Why does she love to be the fly in the ointment? And also, the fly is, the fly on the wall that sees everything, that she knows what's under there. And she's become like the fly and protecting that stuff because she's loving the power, juggling this stuff. So on one side, this is about protecting the Epstein information, okay? Not protecting the children, not protecting the victims, but running interference for what? The pleasure seekers, for the wealthy, for the future of the wealthy. Because Lord knows we can't interfere with their pleasure seeking. Even when it comes down to murdering children, raping, murdering the wealthy. So she was there to keep the lid on things. And again, walk away, distance from it, from any care, any concern by blocking everything yesterday. Because why? The key is she works for somebody that's totally ill, mentally ill. Okay? And she likes the power. And she's looking for her future, again, with the pleasure seekers, with the wealthy. I guess she figures if she continues to protect them, that she'll have some sort of a job or when this is over. Continue to protect the wealthy no matter how horrid they are. And she has had some sort of dealing with Epstein, I guess, in the past as well. Let me pull cards and just see if it says something with that. But I thought I had heard, now don't quote me on that, that she's had some sort of dealings with Epstein in the past as well. But let's see what it says. See what I get here real quick. So I'm just going to pick one of each of these cards. What's being birthed? The fullness. The nature of things. Yeah, the nature of things, the way that they were working in the past, scholar, studying. The knowledge. Going forward, actions that happen. The nature of things, looking at it, how things are moving. When it comes to the deeper knowledge, okay, under it, crushing wheel. When it comes to some sort of a victory, prison, stuck in a prison of evidence, information, okay. So I think that she thinks that these guys are all powerful and stuff. And so her thing is, I need to protect the wealthy and the powerful. That's my best option. That's my best bet. That's what I've got under the surface because these guys are dangerous. The knowledge of the difficulty with this. Again, understanding or studying, and I think this is a prison of her own making, because under that are the thoughts about it. It's about a victory that they wind up, you know, that the wealthy get the victory. And so this is her ideation that she's holding on to. That the wealthy always win, so it's better that I'm on the side of the wealthy rather than being on the side of victims. So I'm going to throw my hat in with the wealthy and protect them, and then maybe I'll go forward and have better things in my life, because you know, you go on the side of the winners, not the losers. So, yeah, they get away with everything. So I'm just going to sit here and continue to protect them and line my own nest, feather my own nest. So on that note, I'll leave that here. I got to grab something to eat here real quick before I got to take off for the surgery today. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.